The Stargazer's Cottage. High on a hill overlooking a quiet village stood a small stone cottage with a thatched roof. The cottage belonged to an old man named Alden, known to the villagers as the Stargazer. Every evening, when the sun dipped below the horizon, Alden would climb to his rooftop observatory, where a magnificent brass telescope stood. Alden loved the stars. They were his lifelong companions, shining silently across the vast expanse of the sky. He believed that each star held a story, waiting to be discovered by those who took the time to look. One crisp autumn evening, Alden was polishing his telescope when he heard a soft knock at the door. Standing there was a young boy named Marin, clutching a small notebook. "Mr. Alden," the boy said shyly, "can you show me the stars?" The old man smiled warmly and invited Marin inside. He gave the boy a steaming cup of honeyed milk and led him up to the rooftop. The night was clear, the sky a deep indigo scattered with stars. Alden adjusted the telescope and gestured for Marin to look through. "Pick a star," Alden said. "Each one has a story to share." Marin hesitated, then pointed to a bright, twinkling star near the horizon. He peered through the telescope and gasped. "It's so beautiful," he whispered. Alden nodded. "That star is part of the Traveler, a constellation said to guide wanderers who feel lost." Marin's eyes lit up. "Do you think it could guide me?" he asked. "I don't know what I want to be when I grow up." "The stars don't tell us where to go," Alden said, "but they remind us to keep searching until we find our way." They spent the night tracing constellations. Alden shared stories of the bear that guarded the northern sky, the swan gliding through the Milky Way, and the archer who protected the heavens. As the hours passed, Marin grew drowsy. Wrapped in a soft blanket Alden provided, he drifted off under the canopy of stars. Alden gazed at the boy, smiling as the night whispered its timeless song. When morning arrived, Marin awoke to the soft glow of dawn spilling into the cottage. Alden handed him the notebook, now filled with sketches of constellations and notes about their stories. "Keep this," Alden said. "When you feel unsure, look to the stars. They'll remind you to keep exploring." Marin thanked him and began the walk back to the village, his heart lighter than it had been in weeks. From that day on, Marin often visited Alden's cottage. Years passed, and Marin grew into a stargazer himself, traveling to distant lands guided by the stars and Alden's wisdom. Even when Alden's telescope stood still, and the cottage grew quiet, Marin carried the stories with him, sharing them with others who needed a little light in their lives.